On March 13th, 2013, Jorge Maria Bergoglio was elected Pope. And to the surprise of the world, he appeared on the loggia of St. Peter's at the papal apartments, and he said, "I will be called Francis." So Pope Francis did something very surprising. After his name was announced, he said, "I'd like to ask you to bless me." And so he bowed his head in an act of humility and an act of prayer, and he asked for the blessing of the people. And after the people blessed him and prayed for him, he looked up and he said those words, "Let us begin the journey together." And so on this retreat, I invite us to begin the journey together. Let us begin this time of entering into the Emmaus experience. The Emmaus experience from the text of Luke's Gospel, which we just heard, Emmaus, in a sense, is anywhere. Emmaus is where you find yourself in life at this moment. And that's really what happens on a retreat. You bring yourself where you are at this particular moment in your life. This is your Emmaus in the here and now. And as we allow Pope Francis to be our leader and our guide during this retreat, we notice in the scripture text that Jesus opened the scriptures for those who were walking along the road. Well, it is Pope Francis who during this retreat will open the scriptures for us, opening the scriptures to put us in touch with Christ. And as we heard in the text, when they heard the scriptures, were not their hearts burning? And so as we journey with Pope Francis during this retreat, the invitation is to open your hearts to the love of God, to open your hearts to new insights and to the places where Pope Francis would like to bring us. When we look to Jorge Bergoglio, there are several areas where he becomes teacher for us. I would suggest the following. One, and this will come through as we go through this retreat. One would be his actual life and the experiences of his life. The second would be his writings. The third would be the homilies that he gives each day at St. Martha. And the fourth would be his example. If you take all four of those elements together, we have here a spiritual master that I introduced to you during the time of this retreat. The invitation is to go deeper into your heart.